There was such a difference between the two countries, between the UK and Thailand. You know, so much that could be done, and I just felt like I feel that I want to improve the quality of life for the people of Thailand. That's just how I felt when I was young. I think in everything in life, really, it's just that you just have to never give up. Keep on. My mother always said to me when I was younger, it's like she can put all the food on the table. Food is like education. She will provide the education, but it's the child itself that we have to swallow. We have to eat it and swallow it. You're never going to be in power forever. You know, it's like a merry-go-round. You know, it's like a rotating chair. But you have to learn how to let go. A lot of politicians that I've met, that I have worked with, a lot of them are still so hung up on power that they can't let go, and that's the problem.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Source of Success organization.
At SOS, we aim to inspire, empower, and advocate through student-led interviews, and we later on distribute these interviews in English-speaking classrooms at Thai schools. So this interview has been generously sponsored by Pekin. But before we get started, let us briefly introduce you to Pekin.
Pecan brand is all about creative bakes with the finest ingredients. We love making cakes that are not just beautiful. They're made using care, using quality ingredients that make every bite feel special.
Whether it's for a birthday celebration or a heartfelt gift, our cakes are made to spread joy and leave a lasting impression on the people you care about most. From our kitchen to yours.
Well, to be joined by Chitpas Tant Kridakon. ขอบคุณมากนะคะ Thank you. Yeah, so before we get started, please allow us to briefly introduce ourselves. I'm Natamon Highlight Silver Shawong, and I'm currently a senior high school student at ICS. And my interests ranges from marketing to medicine.
Wow, okay.
Quite drastic.
I'm Nantapati Lochatulon Bambi. I'm currently in 11th grade at ICS as well, and my interests are running and dentistry.
I'm Sinsin in Pali Wijit Kasem Wong, and I'm an 11th grader in ICS, which is International Community School. Currently, I'm interested in medicine and art and sports.
So we're going to have a lot of doctors. That's good.
And lastly, I'm Shaser Popse Banesong. I'm a 10th grader at ICS2. So currently I'm interested in the field of technology, although I'm currently still exploring myself to see if I'm interested in any more fields in the future.
Okay, that was enough about us. Now let's hear more from Khun Tant. Could you please introduce us and tell us more about yourself?
Okay, well, I'm Chitpas Tant Kridakon. Currently, I'm the deputy party leader of the Democrat Party. I'm also the advisory to the police committee for the parliament. And currently, I am part of the Thai team to go and compete in indoor skydiving for the World Cup of next year. Wow. Yes. Do you want me to
Yeah, sure. Okay. Feel free to.
So I've been in politics for 18 years. So I literally graduated out of college and went straight into politics. So politics has been kind of part of my life. Yeah. I'm 40 now. So I have been in politics since I was 23. And now I'm taking a little bit of a step back from politics just to pursue my sports side, and then eventually I am planning on returning back to politics, but maybe in the next general election.
Okay. We look forward to seeing you around on campaigns.
Yes, I've been around politics for a long time, I think. But no, it's been a great opportunity for me. I definitely learned a lot. I grew up in politics, you can say that. A lot of the things that I've learned is not in the classroom. It's mainly from work and actually doing it, and all of my work experiences have always been from just working. You know, obviously starting politics from a very young age, 23, you know, when you get into politics, when you were 23, everyone, you're so driven. You have so much goal, so much ambition. But once you get into it, okay, you realize that there's a system that you need to work with. So that was a bit of a shock for me. Oh, it wasn't much of a shock. I mean, I learned step by step because I was kind of, I started off from the very bottom. You have to understand that. I didn't come in with the support or, well, I wasn't really supported by my family to begin with about politics because obviously our family business is the Bunrod Brewery.
Yep.
And obviously there are other members of family who are involved in running the company, and they obviously don't want politics involved with the company, which is understandable.
Right.
But obviously my calling has always been politics. I always feel like I was born to privileged. I was able to go to school to England since I was 9, to boarding school, graduated from King's. So I was sent to school at the age of 9 to boarding school, all girls, and then at 18 I went to I went into King's College and did my undergraduate degree in geography, finished, and then came back to Thailand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll pass it on to
Speaking of education,
Yeah.
what was a major takeaway from studying abroad?
Wow. Okay, first of all, I went when I was 9. I couldn't speak a word of English. You have to understand that like 20 years back, there weren't many international schools around. So actually it wasn't ideal for my mother to send me abroad because obviously she wanted me here. But my father was like, no, like she's gotta go because here, like the schooling system was still very weak and he wanted me to learn how to be more independent. So they decided to send me over, and I couldn't speak a word of English. I got there. It was really tough. I was at an all-girls boarding school, so yeah. I mean, it was tough for a nine-year-old to be there, not have any family members. At the time, there was no cell phone, there was no email, there was no internet. So like we would do operator collect call. So I only get to speak to my parents once a week, only on Sunday, and they would call like the main line of one of the school staff, and yeah, our housemistress, sorry, and we have to write letters once a week. That was just it was tough, but I think it kind of shaped me to who I am today. Because I don't think if I had the courage to go and actually manage to graduate and be successful there, I don't think it would have shaped me to be the person I am today.
Okay, so in your introduction, you mentioned something about during your undergraduate degree, you did it in geography, right?
Yes.
So why do you choose to major in that specific subject?
Okay, first of all, because everyone always asking me about geography, you know, and most of the university here don't even have geography as their master's. Okay. So I picked geography. One of the reasons was, so Prince William also studied geography at St Andrews. So he's a few years above me. Okay. So geography was very in trend at the time, but also I really enjoyed it as a subject. It's so big as a whole, and it covers so much because it's physical geography. Physical geography is about like climate change, anything to do with earthquakes or like natural disasters. It's all covered in physical geography. Soils and everything. While human geography is about population, settlement study, political geography. So it was, I mean, I knew from a very young age that I wanted to get into politics. Because every time I came home, so obviously I get to come home on holidays, maybe like, I don't know, twice a year. So I would be home for Christmas and the summer holiday, because that's the longest. Easter we only have 3 weeks off, so I don't really get to come back. So it was more Christmas holiday and summer. And every time I came back, So at the time, Suvarnabhumi Airport wasn't even built. So
Right.
we would fly into Dongmyeong Airport. Okay. So every time I came home, I always felt like there was such a difference between the two countries, between the UK and Thailand. You know, so much that could be done. And I just felt like I feel that I want to improve the quality of life for the people of Thailand. That's just how I felt when I was younger. And so I was always kind of interested in politics. And when I decided to choose geography, I just thought it will be more, I think it will contribute more for me to understand and learn geography rather than study political science. Because I felt like political science or political itself, you can learn outside the classroom. But geography is something, it's that foundation and fundamental subject that covers everything that you need to know about a country or other countries around the world.
To wrap up our topic on education, I want to ask you, why do you think that education is the game changer in making the world a better place?
For me, I mean, I always think in politics, the best thing to help improve quality of life of the people, of our people, is the quality of the education that they received. Obviously, like, the higher the education that they receive, the more opportunity in life that they will get and they would receive. And then that would lessen the responsibility that the government or the country itself have to look after its people. So I just felt like what's most important is the basic education system, as in like fromป. 1 ถึงป. 6 is like essential toม. 1 ถึงม. 6 also, to like, so from, I don't know, kindergarten all the way up to like until you're 18. It's just, you know, it's just the fundamental that it needs to happen. Every child should have the opportunity to receive the same quality of education, not just in Bangkok, but outside of Bangkok. Especially me, like when I was a member of parliament, I worked very closely with the Border Patrol Police School, which is very important because I feel like the quality of the education itself, yeah, it's great within main cities, Bangkok, Khon Kaen, Udon, Phuket, you know, all the main city area. But how do we spread the inequality and equality of education to all the different schools so that the kids do receive that quality of education, so that they have an opportunity? My mother always said to me when I was younger, it's like, she can put all the food on the table. Okay, so she would like say, food is like education. She will provide the education, but it's the child itself that we have to swallow. We have to eat it and swallow it, and that's how you get. And then it's one thing that no one can take away from you.
Right.
You know, education is something that is so important that it belongs to you. And if you work hard enough, you know, you will have that opportunity in life.
So now let's take a break from these serious topics and talk about sports. What sports are you currently interested in or participating in or have played in the past?
Okay, so I'm a very sporty girl. So I grew up in a very sporty, very competitive family. My father was very sporty. So we would grow up forcing to learn every single thing, you know, from scuba diving to riding to karate to any kind of sport, skiing, everything. We would have to learn how to do water skiing, snow skiing, and now I'm into skydiving. And also now I'm going to compete in indoor skydiving also. So I'm actually quite a very active girl, and yeah, I've been brought up in a very active family.
So as always, like in multiple stuff, like in sports, you always have to face like multiple different roadblocks, right? So in sports, like you always have to face like different problems, right? Like in life. So when you encounter these problems, how do you manage to overcome them?
I think in everything in life, really, it's just that you just have to never give up, keep on pushing yourself. For me, I mean, with this indoor skydiving that I'm doing, that I'm competing, it's I've literally just started 6 months ago. But for me, I'm just like, okay, it's my goal. I want to be the first Thai female athlete to compete and represent for Thailand for this sports, and I will be the first Thai female athlete to compete, and that is my goal. And I obviously am gonna train hard because I want to make my country proud. Like, if I'm unable to at the moment serve the country as a politician, then I'm looking into something else where I can still serve my country and make a name for my country, and then make the country be known to the world that we do have someone who's able to play the sport. So, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I broke my back 2 months ago. 2 years ago from skydiving. I had multiple knocks and injuries and smashes, and but what do you do? It's like life. You just have to keep on moving forward. You can't give up, because once you give up, no one's going to help you unless you can help yourself. So for me, I always feel like you try your best. At least if you do your best, you will never regret it. Right. If you haven't done your best, then you're going to come home and you're going to think, oh, I should have done better. I should have trained harder. I should have done this. But if you've done everything, you've covered everything, then you've done your best already. You've given it all, and then you have nothing to regret.
Okay, so like, how do you transfer these lessons into your life, like lessons from sports, or do you feel like life is kind of like sporty?
So I think politics is like politics was my main life lesson.
Okay,
I can say, more than sports. Yeah. Sports is something that I grew up doing recreationally. You know, I really enjoy it. We're very competitive as a family with my siblings and my father. So in a sense, we love to have that competitiveness in the family already. But to use it in life, it's just, like I said, I feel like with work and sports, it's so similar. It's just basically learning about trying your best, doing your best, even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you accept the results. That's how in politics also. You're never going to be in power forever. You know, it's like a merry-go-round. You know, it's like a rotating chair. But you have to learn how to let go. A lot of politicians that I've met, that I have worked with, a lot of them are still so hung up on power that they can't let go, and that's the problem. And then that's their downfall. You can really see it, that okay, like they can't adapt to not having that power, you know. Right. And then they hold on to the very last string of power, and that completely ruins their whole life. So the whole career, they may have like started the career so well, really good, but like a lot of them always like fail to, you know, to finish it well.
Right.
Yeah. So I always feel like you learned your lessons, you accept the results. Okay, maybe like this time the Democrat Party, we didn't do so well in the last general election, but I accepted that fact, and that's why I'm taking a step back. I'm doing my sports thing because there's no room for me in politics at the moment. And then I'm just gonna wait for my time. Okay, the next general election come, then I can run again, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
Gotcha. Yeah, like speaking of letting go, and quickly ask a question about how exactly do you practice like letting go, or even like mindfulness on a daily basis? Because it takes a lot of like concentration to even like play sports and commit to something. So I was just wondering if you have tried to integrate this into your schedule.
You know what? The letting go part takes time. It takes a lot of time mentally, physically, emotionally.
Okay.
So for me, it was just about growing up.
Okay.
It was about growing up. You know, obviously, like when you're younger, you're so like, you're on fire, you're so ready for anything, you want to like take the action. I felt like now that I'm moving towards like midlife, which I hate to say, but I feel like it's kind of like one of those life lessons that eventually it will come to you. I mean, when I was younger, I'm like, oh my God, I don't understand it. Why is it happening? Why can't I control my emotion? It shouldn't be like this. You know, but now I'm at like situation what we're having at the moment. You know, a lot of younger politicians are calling me and asking for my advice. And I'm like, just calm down, you know, take a breath. You know, eventually everything's going to resolve itself. Don't do any harsh like movement. Don't decide on emotion. You have to decide on like reason. So now I'm the one giving that advice, which is for me it's very weird, because I'm always the one the opposite, saying be like, oh my God, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to act, we have to show. And now I'm the one saying that, okay, let's take a breather, you know, sit. Okay, let's like not use our emotion, use our reason. Okay, and then timing is crucial. Politics is all about timing. What I learned is all about timing. You know, you can do a great thing, but at the wrong time, and you can do the worst thing, but at the right time. And I just feel like sometimes crisis can change into opportunities. A lot of the time, what I've noticed is that, like, for example, if there's like big flooding, like there was a big flood in Chiang Mai just a couple of months, like last year, right? Like end of the year, I think. Yeah. Big flooding. You know, you can turn, like, as someone who's in power, you can really turn that kind of crisis into an opportunity. Be there for the people, you know? Right. Actually be at the scene, not just like, okay, you're like, not just sitting in your office and like sending people there. Be there for the people, you know? Not as like an act or anything, but do it from the heart. You just have to be sincere enough so for people to feel that it's genuine and it's sincere. I think a lot of the time in politics, you see a lot of new face, newcomer, and then you see them disappear. Right. It's because politics is, you either in it for the long run or in the short term. A lot of people come in because, okay, it's fun, it's exciting, it's power, it's everything, but then they don't realize that it takes so much in the long term, you know, to see the progress in your work. Like for me, for my 4 years that I was in Parliament, I concentrated mainly on just education. I made sure that there was actually something that I came out with, which is basically, I worked so closely with the Border Police Patrol school, where there's 222 schools all around Thailand, you know, and I visited like, I think probably like 80% of them, because a lot of the school was very hard to go unless you take like a helicopter, or it would be like a 3 or 4 days road trip. Like not even like a four-wheel drive. Sometimes you actually have to like go on a motorcycle. So, you know, it just some places were very difficult to enter, and it would have caused more problem for them than for me. Like I had no problem traveling, but what I did for them was that like a lot of schools still didn't have access to electricity, because they're up in the north, really high up in the mountain by the borders. And so I made sure that there's like solar cell system are in place for the 222 schools, and each school receive a 4-wheel drive car to use for the head teacher to use. And also sorry, now that we're on the topic of the school, I've also added extra budget for breakfast. So lunch is already free right now anyway, so we added breakfast also. And then with school where there's boarding, some school they have kids that are actually sleeping at the school, then we actually ask for extra budget for the weekend meals. Yeah.
I was just wondering, why did you choose to focus on like police schools?
The problem was at the time I was deputy chairperson for the police committee of the parliament, and you know, I was so interested. I mean, my interest has always been in education, and with the Ministry of Education, it's so big, so complicated. It's very complex. The whole system is very complex. So I thought that for me to be able to do something and make a difference, and not just someone who stands up in Parliament and say and like, you know, give my speech, but actually for me to be on the ground working with the people was more important than actually just like doing speeches and nothing being done about it. So that's why I picked this school, because it was logically, it was, you know, small enough for me to be able to help the 222 schools, because if you talk about all the schools in Thailand, it's just way too much. It's impossible to do, and it's under, like, some schools are under the Ministry of Education, some schools are under the Tant Ministry of Interior, you know. So it's a lot of, I have to say that the states, the Thai states, it's very complex.
Okay.
The system.
The system itself.
The system itself is very complex. So unless I become Prime Minister, then then that is my dream. Then I can actually deal with it more and change the system to make it less complex, make sure that the people actually receive what they're supposed to be receiving, rather than having to go through so much before making it happen.
All like the incremental steps.
All the very
like,
detailed, the little footprints on everything, you know. I mean, for me, working in politics also taught me to be kind of, because I'm quite quick with the way I work. So I'm very here, there, everywhere. Okay, it's gonna happen now. This has to happen. You know, I would visit schools and then I would come back the next day. I would actually go to the people who actually responsible for the school, and I'll be like, no, I need like solar cell for the school. I set up meetings with the Minister of Energy, because Botata is under Ministry of Energy, where they have a foundation, like a CSR foundation, where we can ask for solar cell to be in place for them. So it was like, I'm very fast. So for me, working is very fast, and people who are actually civil servants, or the people who work for the states, you know, they're used to a bit of a slower pace than me. So people who work with me, they were like, okay, they have to count, and I had to like, I'm pushing them. But you have to also know that, like, okay, you have to also be nice in the way you talk to them, because they know they are in there for the long run, right? Yeah. The civil servants, they're there till their retirement. Like you know, they get in there in their 30s and then they stay into their 60s, right? But we come and go, and they know, like politicians, you know, we'll only last 4 years, unless you do really well, you just keep coming back. So for them, it's like, okay, it's just 4 years. Like, I don't even have to do what she tells me to do. So you have to, it's an art form of trying to talk to, you know, an art form of communication, an art form of working together to benefit the people and the country. Yeah.
So is that how you would like characterize your leadership style?
I think so.
So is it like leading by example, or kind of just like communicating, finding the common ground?
Both.
Okay.
Definitely leading by example. I mean, I get my hand dirty. That's me. You know, I would jump in, like, if there's a flood, I like, okay, obviously they prepare like all these boats and everything. I was like, no, I cannot be in a boat. If the people are in the water, I'm gonna have to be in the water. I cannot be in the boat handing out food while the people are halfway up here with water. So I would jump in, and everyone would be like, oh my God, you know? And I was like, I'm sorry, I have to jump into the water. I cannot have the people walk to me. I have to go to them. So I would do that. I know that I know that maybe it's not the way that they are used to politicians being like this, but it's just the way I work. And but also I have to understand the civil servants and the officials who've been there for a long time. You know, I respect them. A lot of them are older than me. A lot of them have been working a lot longer than I have. But I give them the respect that they have also. You know, that they should have.
Yeah. Since like most of the questions that we have left have been covered about your like political journey, right? Do you guys have like additional questions that we'd like to chime in? If not,
We didn't talk much about sports, right?
Right. I was gonna like circle back. Would
Okay,
you mind?
yeah, of course.
Like, how have you been preparing for the World?
Oh my gosh, so I've been like abroad, okay, because obviously we don't have anyone in the sports before.
Okay.
So I've been training with world champions, the past world champions, so they've become my coaches. So I've been traveling, that's why I've been traveling a lot. Every month I would move from one country to another country to another country because they would have a wind tunnel there where the coaches will be there. And so it's been really tiring, and I've actually been missing home a lot, and it's been a lot on the body, preparing mentally, physically, emotionally. You know, it's different. Like politics is, I grew up with it, so I'm kind of used to it. I'm used to the pressure, but with sports it's not just. So I think with politics it's more emotional and like, you know, less physical, more, yeah. But with sports there's a lot of physical and mentally, you know, exhausted from the training, but it makes you have an ideal of how you're that you're responsible for your own training. You know, no one is gonna push you unless you push yourself. So it's a lot to do with how can I say it? What's the word? Like, you know, rabiab and
Like discipline.
Discipline.
Okay.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Truly all about discipline. The food, the training, the sleep. Yeah.
How do you like follow through though? It's like very tough.
It is very tough,
Yeah.
actually. I mean, I never thought it was going to be this tough, but it has been. But you know what? You do see progress.
Okay.
And when you see progress, then that is like something that's will keep on inspiring you. You know, no one's going to inspire you unless you inspire yourself. And I think with everything you do, if you see progress, then you just want to continue doing more.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why that's probably something I want to come across, you know, I want to share with the new generation and all you young generation who's eventually one day going to become leader of our country, you know. I just feel like if you see progress, you know, you're going to be like a big surgeon or a doctor or, you know, a big tech guy, you know, you're the future of our country. But just don't give up so easily, you know. Life is tough, it really is. I've been through a lot. My family's been through. I put them through a lot. They didn't have a choice. They were put through a lot by me, but I am grateful that they haven't kicked me out yet. But I mean, you just have to be certain in your heart. You know what you're doing, you know, and you're doing it for the people. You're doing it for your country, and that's just like the drive that keeps going.
Were you gonna say something? No? Like, speaking of sports, may I ask, how have you continued your dad's legacy in serving?
So I'm very close with the para athletes.
Yep.
Right? I think my dad worked with them for nearly 20 years. So he always brought them over, and we always have like a very good bonding session with them. You know, he would involve us as a family with the Paralympics, with the Paralympians. So as a family, we're very close with them, and we have a very good relationship with them. And any kind of help or support that I could give them, I'm more than willingly, because I always feel that they're a part of our family, like an extended family. Yeah. And even though my brother now, he's the chairperson of the Paralympics, Thailand, I think. Yeah, but for me, I mean, I would go and visit them before they go to competition. I would, just have the support for them, whatever they need. I mean, it was difficult for them when my father passed away. He was really the pillar of the whole thing.
Right.
And he did a lot. For me, I always felt that his work at the brewery was like, even though it was his main job, but he enjoyed looking after the Paralympics so much, the Paralympians so much, that was his joy. So work was the brewery, but his joy was the Paralympians.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think it's because he sees he sees the results. Because before he came in, obviously, like, it was never really heard of. Like, nobody really give any importance to them, and they didn't win a lot. Since my father came in, they started winning. We've won so much more than the Olympians. Obviously, like, we would win, like, I don't know, 20 goals, 20 goals, 40 silver, or I don't know how many bronze, I don't know. We are basically number one in maybe not ASEAN, because ASEAN has like China, which is a bit difficult because they have way more population than we do, but definitely SEA Games, like, we dominate completely. So I think it's because he sees the results, and he sees the progress, the input that he put in, and also how well they're doing. They're happy, and you can see in their faces, they just feel so proud, and it's so special to make these people feel very proud that they have, that they're, even though they're disabled, but they are able to represent the country. And I think that's just the thing is, it's just like coming back to why I want to be in politics is just to improve the quality of life as much as I can to the most people. I mean, a lot of people said to me, like, yeah, you could have stayed at the brewery, and then why don't you work on a foundation? But I felt like, yeah, I could, but I can't do it for the whole country as a foundation. Right. I can do it for the minority. I can do like a niche thing. Yeah. But how do I help people as the country, for the whole country, is to be in politics.
Oh, okay. I think we've covered both like sports and politics now. And speaking of like building off of the topic of like success and achievements, I'll pass it on to Bambi.
So it is very apparent that you've been successful in a lot of your experiences, but we all have our different viewpoints of success. So how would you define or characterize your style of success?
I think my success is in the work and the joy and the things that I can give to the people. I mean, it's not about myself. It's about the people. It's about the country. For me, it's just, if you see their faces, or you actually see your work actually, like you see solar cell actually being installed. You see like them sending me pictures of receiving a car for the kids. Just small little things, that is just like, I feel like, okay, because you do as much as you can with the position that you're given. Right. Obviously, I cannot do everything. I'm not the Prime Minister, but but like once whatever is, you do your duty. I think that's the most important thing. If you perform well, you achieve your goal by doing your duty. And your duty right now, so like for you guys, are like studying, doing your best at school, study hard, do higher education. I mean, I'm doing my PhD right now, which I never thought I was gonna do ever.
Alongside with sports.
So including this whole being a Thai athlete, also representing Thailand also. But no, I'm finishing off my PhD at Chulalongkorn. You know, I never thought in the whole of my life, like, oh my God, I'm so done with school. I always feel like, okay, I'm done. When I graduated from King's College, I'm like, okay, this is enough. And then I came back and they were like, okay, it's not enough, you need a master degree. Okay, I went to Jula, I did my master degree because at the time I was working, so I couldn't go abroad. I was like, my mother actually wanted me to go back to the UK and do like that 1 year for my masters, and I was like, I cannot. At the time, I think we were government even, and I was like, no, I'm working. So I stayed here. I did my masters in political science at Jula, and now I'm also doing political science for my PhD at Jula. So yeah, I basically just do your best, like do your duty, do what you're meant to do, you know, and then do your job.
Was it hard trying to find like what your job, like the duty, or was it somewhat of like a social responsibility that you were assigned?
I think at the beginning, when I got into politics, a lot of the older politicians would ask me like, okay, you have to pick like what you want to specialize in, and I was like, I don't think I can, you know, I really don't think I can like just specify what I want to do, because there's so much that I want to do and so much I want to give. I mean, I'm more than happy to do anything about sports, about the people, or even like the ministry of like for children and for the you know, any kind of ministry that I feel like the goal is to help the people and the country. It doesn't matter what ministry you're in, as long as you're doing something for the people within that ministry. You know, even agriculture, I'm like, yeah, I can do it because I did my geography. I did my physical geography, so I do have like, you know. And now even the Democrat, we have a minister at the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, and obviously that's all about geography as well, you know. And I remember last year when there was the case where the elephant ran over at one of the tourists and killed a girl up in the national park. It was a wild elephant. So I was like, nobody's going up there. and I'm like, okay, I'm have to go, you know. And then the minister called me up. He was like, okay, you're going up tomorrow. So I was like, okay. I called up the กรมอุทยานอธิบดีกรมอุทยาน right, the head of the national park, and I was like, I've been assigned by the minister, I'm gonna have to go instead of him. And I called him up. I was like, okay, we're gonna have a meeting, and I was there at the spot even before the Puwa got there or anyone, you know. I'm like a fast horse. I'm a fast horse because I just work very quick, you know, and my staff have to be like on the spot with me. And and I was just like, okay, tell me what happened, because I'm just like, how can you let this happen? And they were just like, well, you know, there's a herd of elephant, like wild elephant, that lives in this national park. Yeah. And I think one of them is in heat, and the one that's in heat ran over the girl, and I was like, what was she wearing? What was she like? She was dressed in red. I was, oh my God. Okay, first of all, you need so I basically told them, okay, first of all, you definitely need to give them like an information guide before going up, hiking up into the national park, because there's like camping up there, what to do and what not to do. You know, I mean, for me, if I saw an elephant running, charging at me, I wouldn't know what to do either. You know, I'll be like, okay, I'll probably get run over as well. But the thing is, I'm like, did you tell them? Like, if you see not even an elephant, okay, what if you meet like a black panther, or I don't know, like a black cat, you know, one of those like really big cats that are not tigers. And then this is like, yeah, but we don't really have time. It's like, what? What? How? So I was like, okay, no. Now everybody has social media, okay? You do like a point, even if you don't have time for this, you do like a bullet point for them, like what to do, what not to do, what to wear, what not to wear. It's like you go on a safari. Yeah. You know, the first thing they say, do not wear white, do not wear colorful. You know, just blend in khaki or green or black. You know, things that won't stand out for the animals to attract them. And this is just just like very common sense kind of thing. And I think the girl that got ran over, she was obviously crying, screaming for help, and that obviously like the elephant found her again. So I think she was like hit first, broke her leg, so she was injured, and she was obviously calling for help. So she was like yelling, and he found her again. So I just found out that day, if an elephant charge at you, you run in like a figure 8. So because it's such a big animal, if you run the figure of 8 around a tree, it's very hard for them to catch up with you. But if you're running straight, they can catch up with you. See, this is all new information.
Right. No,
so if I haven't gone down there, I wouldn't have known. And then obviously I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to, do that because Christmas is coming up. The winter season's coming up. It's gonna be peak season where people have already booked to come and stay at this national park, do their camping and everything. So, and there's also like kind of like a little market where they sell food up in the national park also, which like these people, they've already bought their all the raw material to cook food and everything, so the national parks needs to be open quickly. But then at the same time I'm like, but how are you going to live alongside wild animals? It's because we are actually in their territory.
right.
To be fair, we are invading in their territory, and if you're gonna keep on pushing them out, eventually if they leave the national park, it's gonna be a big problem because they're gonna enter villages around the national park.
Right.
So I was very against them putting up electric fence. I was like, you can't do that. If you keep on putting electric fence here and there, eventually it's gonna drive the herd out, and then the problem is gonna be they're gonna be dislocated. And where are you going to put them? Because we're the one invading into their territory. So that was the homework I gave them. I don't know what happened after that, but working with the states, you have to have patience, and you have to talk to them, and you have to have time to explain, have time for them to work. A lot of them don't work as fast as I do. Maybe in a slower pace, and maybe I'm just a bit too fast. I need to slow down a little, but that's just for example.
Right. We enjoy listening to that story.
I have a lot of these kind of stories because obviously being in politics for like this long, like over 18 years, it's just so much, I love to tell stories, and I'm more than happy to share my experience because it's all about experience. Truly, you learn from experience. And I grew up from. I also made mistakes. I have to admit, in the past, I've made some wrong decisions in politics. I have, and then you learn from your mistakes and you adapt. But you grew up with.
Appreciate the adaptability part that you made also. Yeah.
I think that's the most important part, because if you're sometimes you have to let your ego down a little. It's important. A lot of people will enter politics with a lot of ego, and then when it doesn't go their way, they either maybe U-turn back straight away, retreat, or sometimes they just, the fire in them burns down. And for me, I feel that is just so disappointing, because a lot of people can do so much for the country, with the fire in them, and with the knowledge, and all these young generation coming into politics. It's really great, but you just need to learn the way of how to use it. It's just learning to balance it all. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was so inspiring. Before we conclude up everything, do you have advice for the youth?
Parting advice.
Enjoy your life. Honestly, you're never gonna be this age again. When I entered politics, I ran for a seat in the member of parliament, a seat in parliament at the age of 25. And when I was 25, I thought, oh my god, I was so old. Like, not old, but I thought, okay, I knew it all, you know. I'm like, oh my god, I'm it. The it girl. But no, like, okay, looking back, I'm like, oh my god, I was so young. Like, what was I thinking? Why did I do this? Why did I decide that? But you know, you live and learn, and you know, just be like grateful that we're born into a country where we are independent from, you know, we've never been part of like how can I say เมืองขึ้น
we've never been colonized.
We've never been colonized. You know,
Right.
we're the only country that's never been colonized by, you know, the Europeans. You know, so we should be proud of our ancestors, the one that fought for our country, and then, you know, we're here today because of the people in history,
Right.
the people before us that has sacrificed their life for us to have this kind of life, and you know, we should really appreciate it. I mean, I've traveled around you know, Southeast Asia. You know, you see the difference between even our neighboring country,
Right.
you know, and we are so lucky in so many ways. But like I said, you know, enjoy life. You know, you only live once. You only this age once. So, you know, do what you want to do, and then learn from your mistakes. You know, you're gonna make mistakes in life, but as long as you learn from it and you use it to not make the same mistake again in the future, I think that's I think that's probably one of the best advice I can give. But yeah, really enjoy life, and appreciate this country, and appreciate our ancestor, and appreciate your family and your parents. You know, you're so lucky to have been able to go to such amazing school and have this opportunity to have this quality of life and quality education of this level of quality. You know, I've seen so many international school students going to like great university abroad in the US, to the UK, you know, all the top university, and I just feel like I can't wait for these kids to come back and actually be the next generation to help run our country. You know,
Right.
bring what is good back and help improve our country.
Okay.
From wild elephants to skydiving to politics, your passion is very admirable and very inspiring to us. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to meet you. It's a privilege too.
No,
this
honestly,
opportunity.
thank you for
especially.
like thinking of me. I never thought that like a younger generation. I mean, you know, it's a yeah. I guess it's just I never thought that I would be here today, but no, it's great. I mean, I love to share my stories, and yeah, if there's any question, anything else that I could help with, I'm more than happy. You know, I'm just really happy to see young kids like really like working towards like helping the community and helping the people. You know, it's great so that we
That's
don't
great.
stand alone.
Yes, together we can achieve better.
Yeah,
at this point.
stay united. I think that's very important as a community. You know, and I mean, you are born with privilege, and I think with the education that you're going to receive, I'm sure you're going to make such a difference to our country. Yeah, and just about a lot of things about discipline also. You know,
Okay.
just as long as you just keep going, never give up, have a discipline to yourself. I mean, it's quite hard when you're young. Like, I can tell you, like when I was younger, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
homework, why?
Again?
You know, exam, why? And then, but then it's like, it's my job at the moment. It's my duty to. I'm a student. Like, this is my duty. I have to study. I have to learn. But now, okay, when you grow up and you have a job, you change. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep an eye out for Tant's interview, which will be coming out in August.
Okay.
Yay!
Thank
Thank
you
you
so much.
again. Bye guys. ขอบคุณค่ะ